Okay, doing a little night work. Hold on, let's get the light on the subject. Woo! Okay, there we go. All right, so I was talking to Smitty, and he gave me a good idea. But I'm looking at this plumbing, this PVC, bit of a mess. I can't figure out if that's a collar on top. Wait. See that ring on the top? Because the trap doesn't start for a little while. So I'm thinking the trap, you can't see it, there's a small piece of PVC, and then there's a collar. And what you're looking at is the collar. And the other end of the collar on the outside is under the concrete, you can't see it. But that looks like a collar to me. So Smitty had the idea, and there's stuff floating in there, yeah, I know. Smitty had the idea of taking my new piece of artwork right here. Hold on, let me bring you out a little bit. Taking the spigot socket and using it instead of this one that I made. And I made it intentionally, and I made it intentionally short because I knew that this had a stopper pretty close to the top, and this thing's in just awful shape. It's just an awful shape. Even though I cleaned it, I'm going to take a knife to it and see if I can get a little bit more of that scale, let's call it, off the top of that ring there, that stopper. All right, but he suggested that I use this part instead of this one that I made, and I thought that was a good idea. Even though I knew that this was going to be there's going to be a collar, this a stopper right there. Oops, hold on. I know, I'm trying to do 10 things at once here. Okay. The thing is, this thing is very deep, and the collar stops down, let's call it a half an inch. No, it's more than that. I don't think it's a full inch. It's like this much. Let's call it 5/8. That'd be generous. So, and this is obviously over an inch. So, unless I do some magic on this thing and some magic on the end, on the male end of it here, to try to get that thing down there. I mean, it's all beat up. I don't know what they did. I mean, there's I don't know. It's not pretty by any stretch of the imagination, I know. So I don't know what to do. My original plan was this, but he's saying, pressure or whatever, there might not be enough of this, my ring that I made, to get a good hold, because I remember I was going to just dry fit this and leave it in there with some silicone. I was going to put some silicone down. But if I go this route, I'm going to have to do some magic on this to make it fit. Because as it stands right now, it doesn't go down very far. Right? It doesn't want to go down very far at all. Let's see how far that went down. If I can get this, hold on a second. Yeah. See where my finger is, my fingernail is? That's as far down as I can get it. Okay? So, I was messing around, let me pull you out. I was messing around with the opening coming down from the overflow and the drain. Alright, I think I'm going to have to do a little more sculpturing of my slab on this side, because my template is right about there, something like that. I'm using this side because I couldn't get a real good pencil mark, even though there's one here. I'm using this side for my template and marks. So what I'm going to do, I could always order another one of these, but I want to work on getting this thing together. This is the down tube portion that's going to go, right? This goes from the overflow. This goes from the overflow. This is from the tub. This is to the drain going out to the trap. And I need to get this as close as I can. This as close as I can to this, because I need this space. I need the spacing. This is what's going to give me my. See if I can show you this too without getting all this crazy here. Yeah. See, if I do something like this, right? This is going to give me my slope, right? See that? This part right here. This is level with the concrete. So if I get it and look at all that, see that spacing it gives me? I don't know if you can see that from there. I'm sorry about this. I know I'm all. But anyway, that's. Hold on, let me show you something else. All right, let me see if I can do this. Hold on, bear with me. Bear with me. Okay, so this is the top of this slab. All right. Hold on. Not easy. Okay. See that? See that? My tape. What is that? What is that? That's what, 1.5 inches? See that? 1.5 inches. That's below the height of the top of the slab, right? So that's my slope. That's better than my inch that I was looking for. So how's that going to translate to over here? Well, if I can get my elbow, this elbow, right at the level of the slab, right? Something like that. Okay, see? That's going to give me 1.5 inches from the top of this to the top of the elbow going into the trap. That's my slope. That's better than 1 inch. I'll be happy with that. So that's what I'm going to work on. Smitty, I tried it. I tried your idea, and it was a good idea. But to make it work, I'm going to have to shave off a whole bunch of this and then work on that, which I don't know if that's going to survive it. You know, if it's Murphy's Law. It's like, and I don't know, I'm going to take my knife down. Let me take a knife down there and see if I can make that look a little bit better. Hold on one second. Give me a minute. Yeah, it's not looking too promising. I mean, it's not like I can dig out this concrete. I mean, I could, but it's my garage wall's right here. You know, it's not like this is. If it was forward a little bit more, but it's not. I mean, it's right. Look where this thing is, right? It's not in the best position. And don't forget, when I took this thing apart, I think I mentioned it more than once. This wasn't glued. The plumbing going into this PVC was not glued. It came out easy. I mean, it just like popped out with a little bit of pressure, a little bit of force. That's it. Oops, sorry. Yeah. So it's not looking good. So I'm gonna have to go with this one for now. Right? This one. And then modify. I can always order another one of these. I mean, if it doesn't work out, remember, I'm going to dry fit this. Well, yeah, I can't even think about it if it doesn't work out. I just have to think that it's going to work out, because that was my intention. And I got my slope. You know, I showed you my slope, 1.5 inches, whatever it was, right? So now I need to modify this thing to give me something like that, right? Just to where this lip meets up with that lip right there. That'll give me, and because this thing is just off the ground a little bit. Where's my spacer? Where was that thing? Hold on, let me show you. It's a little hard to picture it, but that's how much of a gap I have above grade. Like, say this is the concrete, this is my slab floor, right? This is how high this thing sits up above my slab. It's about that much. So that means that if I bring my new elbow up to about here, right? Or even higher, I'm going to gain that much more back. I know I'm probably not explaining it well, but I got an idea. So I'm going to run with it and see what happens. I'm going to run with it until I can't run no more, and then we'll do something else. All right. This is 10 minutes, and my legs are falling asleep. I'm getting cramped in here, so I'm going to get out of here. I'll leave you with, what can I leave you with? I'll leave you with this shot right here. All right, I'll leave you with that. Wait, let me pull this out. I'll leave you where I started with this shot right there. All right, so stay tuned. There's going to be a lot more to come.